Hi everyone, so I have no idea what kind of video this is going to end up being, but I thought I would just start it by giving you a little update about what I was talking about last time, YouTube TV. I said I had paused it, or I was going to pause it. Well, I paused it, and at first I had set it to resume in a couple of months. You guys, I made it for about 3 weeks. And then I was like, I'm really missing this. I felt like I wasn't really using it much because I was having this phase where I was listening to this internet radio station, and I still listen to that a lot. But the fact is, sometimes you just don't want to listen to what's on there. And when that's going on, you kind of miss having the ability to go to other things, which... Well, think about that what you will, but I ended up reinstating it early, which actually I think solves the main problem of it, which was it was coming out at the same time things like rent and cell phone and internet, those kind of important basic necessity type bills were coming out of my account. And I was like, okay, I need that to come out in the middle of the month. Which I was able to accomplish by reinstating it on the 18th of the month. So it's back, and I paused YouTube TV. I've experienced pausing YouTube TV. I know it's possible. I know you can, in fact, resume it and at any time you want to, even if it's not when you originally said that you would reinstate it. And I realized that really... YouTube TV costs what cable TV used to cost. And call me spoiled, call me whatever you want, but I just don't want to live without live TV of some kind. And I would rather have it on my phone as opposed to on a TV itself. And, I don't have to explain all the reasons to anyone. It's just, some people spend a lot of money on going to movies or buying movies, downloading movies, obtaining movies somehow. I spend a lot of money on live TV. Not necessarily a lot of money, but it's one thing that I spend my money on, and that's just the way it is. Having said that, a time might come in any one person's life where they realize that as much as they want to be okay in their money situation, they're not as good as they'd like to be. And I'm kind of at that point. First of all, I've been saying I can't afford to do that forever, using that as a reason to not do a lot of things. But if I really have money problems, which in the next week or two, I honestly let's face it, I do. If I've got money problems, it's time to figure out how to solve them. And if I don't, let's stop thinking like we do. I don't know if that made a damn bit of sense, but that's kind of where I am right now. And I'm like, I suppose I might as well make a video about this just because, I'm a YouTuber, and it's like, let people follow you, let people know what's going on with you. I've got something on in the other room. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm like, I can't do this with this in the background, so I'm going to stop this until this video stops and then talk more to you. But the bottom line for right now is that it's time to figure out how to either make the money that I have go farther than it is, or bring more money into this house. $65 for TV is not what's doing me in. I'm not sure any of this stuff is what's doing me in. But I'm not going to talk about exactly what my numbers are, how much I'm making a month, any of that stuff. But as much as the number that I come up with when I look at how much money comes into my bank account every month sounds like a big number, at the end of the month, by the time I've paid rent, groceries, bills, etc., and the next month's rent, which next month's rent probably isn't going to get paid till first thing next month. The first falls on a Saturday anyway. It's probably going to be then that I actually walk into the bank and do the cashier's check, but that's fine. Yeah, if I would have done things the way I would have liked to, I would have had it taken care of by now, but things didn't happen the way I wanted them to this month. Not even they didn't happen the way I wanted them to. They didn't happen the way I expected because I wasn't on top of things enough to be aware of what... I knew this withdrawal was coming, but when I made arrangements for the withdrawal to be authorized, I was so silly I didn't ask what the number was exactly. How foolish of me, I know. Could I be any more... Shameful, huh? Well, no amount of beating up on myself is going to change the fact that I am not on top of this enough. So what that means is going to happen is I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with the fact that this amount of money was taken out this month. Probably the same amount of money will be taken out in January. And next year, when we write the checks for next year, as those checks are written, I'm going to say, I'm not just writing the month that this needs to be mailed on the envelope. I want you to tell me what the number is so I can write that down too. So I can actually budget for it, have it in mind, know that, yeah, that's actually going to come out. And the real bottom line is the money needs to be in savings somewhere so that when it does come out, I have some place to go to recover those funds. So that's a big part of the problem. I've had no savings plan. I've had plenty to save for, but where's the money going to come from? So I either need to, like I said, get more money coming in or figure out ways to make that money go a little bit farther. And I have a really good habit of thinking of things that I should do and then not doing them. I've been thinking for the past day or two that I should do this. I'm actually going to do it now. Call Aira Care Team.
Calling Aira Care Team. Work.
Hi, I have a couple of retailers in mind that I would love to see become Aira Access partners. I was wondering if there's anything that I can do to help Aira maybe convince those retailers to come on board or at least consider it. Okay. Because, I know one at least already has something. I'm thinking about Walmart and Amazon. Frankly, it would surprise me if Walmart went through with that, but it would pleasantly surprise me if they did. But, they can prove themselves to actually give a darn about people with disabilities if they want to. But I think Amazon, don't they have something where if I actually had a job for them, I could use Aira, but since I don't, I wish they would expand it to Prime membership or something. I use you guys for online shopping pretty often, and if some of that stuff could be free, it would be awesome. Okay. Which is what, just the Amazon Care, or the Aira Care, the Aira Customer Care Team? Is that what I should give them? Okay. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. I don't know how much of that I'm going to actually keep on this video, but I just talked to Aira Customer Care about, first of all, what is Aira, you might wonder, in case you haven't heard me talk about it. Aira is a company staffed with sighted human beings that are trained to take calls from blind people who say, I want you to describe what I'm showing you on my camera, read this to me. Even I'm calling up TeamViewer, which is a app that we use on the computer. I want you to take control of my computer and click on this, that, or another thing. And personally, I will acknowledge that some of the websites that I do that with might well be accessible, but I just find it more convenient, I guess, to have someone do it. Now, what does that have to do with making money last longer? Well, the conversation I just had was about trying to convince retailers to become what's called an Aira Access partner. Aira Access is free Aira tasks that you can do with Aira without it costing you any money for the minutes that you use to do those tasks. You can do that if you have a small business. They have something where for 30 minutes at a time you can work on your small business tasks and it won't cost you anything. They have that. You can walk into Walgreens, and because you're in Walgreens, they'll not charge you for physically shopping at Walgreens. I don't know if they have anything on Walgreens.com, but that's how I would do it if I shopped at Walgreens anymore. I mean, if I could do online shopping with Aira's help without having to pay for the minutes I use doing that, my $90 worth of Aira minutes would last longer or go farther, because not all of those things would be charged. Hi everyone, this is Future Anne editing this and realizing that I completely forgot while I was going on and on about Aira to mention that I have a referral link to Aira. It's in the description box below. I do not remember it right now. I can't speak it into this recording, but it's in the description box below. And if you click on that link, or copy that link into your browser, and sign up for Aira through that link, we can both get, I believe it's either 30 minutes or however many minutes, 1 month's worth of minutes. I think it might just be 30. Don't quote me on that. But I have a referral link, and if you're blind or visually impaired and you'd just like to be able to call somebody, basically FaceTime somebody who has been trained by this company to know how to tell you to direct your camera to allow them to do what you need them to do and read what you need them to read or describe what you need them to describe, by all means, give Aira a try. And now let's see if I can figure out how to stop this thing. I always have so much fun with this. I've at least called. Now maybe I need to just write a letter or draft a letter. Just open Word up and try writing a letter. One thing I know I need to do, and I intended to do this over the weekend, but I didn't. Like I said, I really have a bad habit of thinking, yeah, I need to do this, and then when the opportunity comes, when the time comes that I should do it, I come up with a reason not to, because I just don't want to face it down and deal with it. For example, applying for supplemental income. I think there's a lot going on there. First of all, I have spent years convinced that I am too rich to qualify for that. And maybe I am. But maybe I'm not, and I haven't tried to apply for years. Maybe things have changed, and maybe the qualifications have changed since the last time I tried, which was, I don't even know how many years ago. Everything and their placements have changed, it seems, over the past 2 or 3 years. 2.5 years. and it's worth calling them back. And I intended to do that this weekend, and I didn't. Well, not this weekend. Either Thursday or Friday. I actually took Thursday off work because I got an email from my apartment management saying there's going to be a meeting about this reconstruction. Yeah, I would like to move out of here before that crap starts, but just in case I can't, I need to, be aware of what's going on. So they set this meeting up. Of course, they didn't take, well, I'm just one person, but they didn't take what time I go to work into consideration at all. They just said, here's when the meeting is, in case you want to be there. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like I need to be there. Can I get the time off work? Since that's when it is. Fortunately, I work for a company that allows PTO and, lets people take time off for things that are out of their control. And anyway, I got that day off, and I was like, well, since I've got the day off anyway, I should probably take care of some of these other little things that I need to take care of. Well, things happened, and I'm not going to go into those details either, but I just lost all energy and motivation to do much of anything. I wasn't sick, but I'm not going to talk about it on YouTube, but I went to the meeting. I wasn't feeling like doing much of anything. Let's just say I was hoping it would be a productive 4-day weekend. It turned out to be more of a rest up and food prep kind of weekend, I guess. I went to the application page with Aira, but when I saw that it could be, what did that page say? A multi-step process that could take 1 to 2 hours. I was like, that's my entire Aira balance. I'm not doing that. So what I need to do is just try to call them and see if, first of all, see if I happen to get somebody on the phone that's actually able to help me. Secondly, if so, can we work on this together? And again, maybe we'll work on this together, and at the end of the call, they'll say, well, I'm afraid you don't qualify for anything. However, it's also just as likely that they'll say, yes, you actually do qualify for something. Here's what we can offer you. To which I would gratefully say, I'll take it. Here's the account that I want that directly deposited in. If I don't qualify, I need to figure out how to make this money last longer, go farther. If I do qualify, I gratefully accept whatever is offered. But I won't know until I call, and I'm not going to be so silly as to call at 3 something on a Sunday afternoon. Even 3 something on a Friday afternoon is a little late. Maybe sometime Friday morning. I do believe all of Friday, this coming Friday, to do whatever I want. My housekeeper's not coming this week. For the first time in the whole time I've had Fridays off, I don't have not the first time. The first time in a long time that I've had Fridays off work, I don't have a virtual meeting with somebody. That's my day. I do believe I will have some work to do for transcription, but that doesn't have to be done by the end of Friday. It can wait until, I don't want to wait until Saturday either, because I want to at least start it Friday, if not before, because I don't want to wait a minute. I don't even think I have that to worry about. They're changing their schedule, and I don't even think I do have that to worry about. I did that last week. I did that. Yeah, I did that last week. I don't think I even have transcription work to do. Yeah, I do, because there's always a transcript that I can work on. but there's no hard deadline on that. That is the perfect time to call this office and say, I assume I don't qualify for anything. Can we look at the situation and see if I really do or don't qualify? Because if I actually do, I want anything I can get. I need anything I can get, because by the time I pay bills, taxes, and groceries, there's a piddling amount left. And part of that is grocery bills are just... I know that part of it is I won't physically go into stores and use coupons. I use the Shipt app. And I know I'm paying for convenience there, but as far as I'm concerned, it's worth it. And I know that that means I end up paying more, but even with that in mind, these Shipt expenses are out of control. I have to stop buying some of these things from Shipt and start buying some of them from Amazon or Walmart online, because some of those places have got to have better prices than the local grocery store and Shipt. So I'm gonna have to... That's another thing I want to do. Compare prices and figure out which online retailer is the best place to get those items. Or is the local grocery store really the best place to get those items? I mean, there are some things that I won't even look at. Perishable food, that's what Shipt is for. But toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates, trash bags, Shipt will get it, of course, but if I can get it for less than that, I need to start getting it for less than that. You know, I don't really know where I thought this video might go. I don't know what I thought I might actually show myself doing. But I think this is probably enough of a video for right now. I guess to introduce my journey of, let's take a cold hard look at our damn money issues, because I've had them forever. It's time to do something about them. There are probably going to be other videos where I, again, don't talk about exact numbers, but maybe document or talk about, well, here's what I did and here's how it changed things. Or I might even, like I said, record myself doing stuff. But for an introduction video of the situation, I think that would suffice. So with that said, check out my website, anv.me. Check out Fetch Rewards if you want to take pictures of your receipts, watch your points balance add up, and eventually cash out some of your points for a gift card. That's one way to save money. When you have enough points, you can get, say you shop at Amazon, you can cash out even a $10 Amazon gift card. And that's $10 you can keep in your bank account. But still get what you're going to get. You can check that out by going to fetchrewards.com and using the referral code F as in Fox, G as in Golf, M as in Mother, M as in Mother, Y as in Yankee. That's in the description below. And thank you for listening to this audio-centric video, and you'll hear from me in the next one. Bye.